when the wind is blowing in your face.
Hi, I am the hair dame. It's a name that I've coined for myself because I sort of fancy myself a dame. So in everything that I do, I decide that I'm a dame. It makes me feel royal. Anyway, I've decided to start a channel. So this is going to be one of my very first videos on hair and wigs and weaves and more. I don't know how I ended up in this natural hair sort of world. It was very odd for me. I wore a weave. I've worn a weave for the last 8-9 years. My hair has grown and fallen out and grown and fallen out and been permed and pressed and broken and fallen out, and really super thick hair that would only maintain so much length before it would fall out. And I took the weave out the last time, and I had developed this weird dent in my head. I don't know if the rest of you all have experienced this, any of you who have worn the weave. But after you've worn it for many, many years, at least for me, I started to get this soreness right in the top of my head. And I was like, why is my head so sore all the time? And I reached sort of like right here one day, and it was a dent. I mean a dent. I mean like a sizable part of my head, my skull, like it felt like what I imagine a baby's head feels when they have the soft spot, you know, and they're like, you know, you have to protect the baby's head right here. They have a soft spot. Well, I grew a soft spot at age 30, and so it's just, it was weird and painful. And the last couple times I got my weave done, it hurt. When I tell you it hurt, I mean it hurt. They would braid the circle, you know, weave, and then get right to about here. And the pain of those last few braids being braided, and then, you know, they braid them and then they pull them underneath to make everything lay flat. The last time that I got my weave done, I thought I was going to have an aneurysm. I thought I was having an aneurysm. I've never had an aneurysm. But let me tell you, the pain, like I felt everything going black, and I was like, you have to stop, you know, like literally my hairdresser was like, well, do I need to pull these braids out? I'm like, you have to do something. I can't, I'm going to die right now. So after that experience, I still got one more weave because I'm addicted. And then I decided, you know what? You haven't had a perm since the last time your hair fell out, because all the hair fell out. You just got a bad perm, over processed. The hair fell out again. And so I was like, you know what? Just see what you can do. So I got the hair, took the weave out after a couple months, and was looking at my hair, and I was like, wow, it's really sort of thick and big. I had this huge afro. I'll show you pictures. But I was like, wow, this afro is kind of like wild and funky, but I'm going to get it pressed because I want to see how long it is. So, of course, I go in, and I love my beautician, but my beautician does weave, and her thing is not to grow my hair, it's to make my weave look good. And so they just sort of like combed through it and pressed, and really thick, coarse hair, and so the comb was too hot, so I lost some hair right here. And, you know, it got really straight for about 5 minutes because I sweat in my head, and as soon as I start to sweat, it draws back up. And so I found my hair was about here, which for me wasn't, you know, it was like average, nothing big. But it smelled burnt. And I remember I came home, my boyfriend was like, your hair looks nice, it smells burned. And I was like, that's not a compliment. So I was like, well, I don't want burnt hair, and there's no real style I'm gonna do with this anyway. Some of this hair right here I'm feeling is thinner because she's burned the hell out of my head. So I waited about 5 days, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna wash it, and I'm gonna figure it out. And do you know, before I did that, I can't remember what order it was, but I went on YouTube. I have to say, you guys on YouTube rock, because all of this information on natural hair was on YouTube, and people like cutting off their hair and doing big chops and all of these different products and all of I was like, there's a whole world that I didn't know about, and I'm so excited. I am doing this too. I am going natural. I shall be the hair dame. So anyway, welcome to my journey of wigs and weaves and protective styling and natural hair, and I shall visit you as often as I possibly can, and stay tuned. I really am looking forward to this journey, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun.